When I became minister, our digital presence was of concern to me because we had about 5 or 6 Antigua and Barbuda websites. They weren't speaking to each other. The information was different. There was a lot of words. So as part of the plan moving forward, I decided to move towards one global digital presence. And since then, we've been moving towards establishing that, and that is what we have here today. Unfortunately, we don't have internet in the building, so we haven't been able to show what it can do. So when we launch it fully and put it live, it will show, it will put us into the world of digital travel. You know, as we look at what is happening in promotion of tourism, you know, people keep comparing Antigua to the bigger countries. Antigua is 3,800 active hotel rooms. Small island, 82,000 population. It's very difficult for us to do what everybody else does. So we have made a decision to, you know, present ourselves in the world through global digital, in the global digital world. It's difficult to have an office in Italy, in France, in Germany, in Russia, but it's not difficult to have a website. So we have committed to doing that, and we're going to have our global presence in all of these countries, but we're going to do it in their languages. So we'll have an English language website, but we're going to have a French, a German, an Italian, Russian, Dutch, Portuguese, Spanish websites, but in their languages, not a translation of the English language one into their language. We're going to have an administrator in each of these countries that actually translates and runs the website in their language. That way we can get to everybody in Italy rather than just those that are around where our office is. And we think that that will help us. It will give everybody involved in tourism a platform in which to sell Antigua, and that's very important to us. We're also moving towards an iPad and an iPhone app, which we will launch right away as well, because as you know, today a lot of young people are doing their bookings on the iPhone and the iPad. And if we want to talk to them, we have to talk to them in using the things that they speak to. So that is going to be very important. We also wanted to make sure that the social media side of it, Twitter, YouTube, we're also going to be launching a Pinterest page. And, you know, we've brought in one of the top firms, a top young firm, to help us with this, because, you know, all the things, I mean, I've learned a new language trying to follow these guys. I didn't know what Google Caffeine and Google Penguin were. I see you're laughing, so you must know some of these things. But making sure that Antigua is represented in the world, to the world, at the world-class level. The theme behind it is bringing Antigua and Barbuda to life. And we want, through high-definition video, not just stills, but through video, to give people a world-class experience. So that if you're in winter in Russia somewhere, and you started looking for a Caribbean destination, well, we want to be the first one to talk to you in Russian, and then show you what's like. Have you been to Antigua? What's Shirley Heights like? You know, you can talk about Shirley Heights and you can show a still of Shirley Heights, but until you go up there and have a feeling, an experience of what Shirley Heights is and seeing the Shaba and Falmouth, it's very difficult to explain that. It's very difficult to show a still picture of that and, you know, do a good job of it. So in our ads we talk about, you know, we have 365 beaches, but we want you to experience it rather than just read about it. So we're going to show you those things in video. Remember that I was chairman of the CTO for a while as well. And we have a little cliche that we use, a rising tide floats all boats. So the better each of us do, and the better we present ourselves, the whole Caribbean will come up. I hope that one CTO see what we are doing here, that they will spend some time, or we will spend some time, in also lifting our presence digitally as well. You know, a lot of decisions, and I don't want to take away from travel agents. We have a B2B portion in the website where travel agents will be able to sign on, and we will drive business to the travel agent as well, because a lot of people still want to use their travel agent. And we have a B2B thing in there where the travel agents, once they sign up, if somebody from, say, the south of London comes on the website, any travel agent in the south of London who has signed up we will drive that business to them. And what we're hoping is that right on the website, they can make an appointment to come and see their travel agent. You know, we want to work hand in hand with all our partners. We want all inclusive. But I think as all of us get better, so too will the Caribbean. And that is part of our plan, is to still stay part of the Caribbean, but you know, differentiate ourselves within that as well. Sports tourism is a big part. As you know, we have Sir Viv here with us, probably the best and the foremost known Antiguan. This summer we had a team come up here with Sir Viv to talk to schools and netball. We're doing things with, as you know, our football team made the semi-finals of the World Cup. And we had a visiting team from you guys come in and play some cricket. It's very important that we continue to do that. We need to still do some work with our infrastructure, and once we have that done, then we will continue. But that's going to be a very important part. And sports tourism, on our website, for instance, if you come, say, Sailing Caribbean, and you come onto the Antigua page through sailing, it will take you directly to our sailing events. So you'll see Antigua Sailing Week, the Classic Yacht Regatta, Super Yachts, the number of sail events that we have, and it will show you live video of that as well. So that is very important part of our mixed sailing, for instance, will be our sports with teams coming in. We're still trying to attract teams out of the US. We do better out of the UK with our traditional sports, cricket and things like that, but we're still looking at doing things like basketball and swimming. Yeah. Our goal is to get involved with the swimming as well.
When I left Antigua a couple of weeks ago, I paid a departure tax. If I was leaving Antigua today, the departure tax is a great deal more. How do you justify that? What's happening? Where is my money going?
Well, that's a good question. Now you don't actually have to pay it when you're leaving. It's in your ticket.
Fair enough.
Right. You know, to make sure we enhance the visitor's trip, our airport is 35 years old. So we need to build a new terminal, because we get this from our airlines. When we built that airport 35 years ago, nobody envisioned 6, 7, 8 white bodies on the ground at the same time. So part of our success means that we've grown out of the old terminal. So we have to build a new terminal. Somebody has to pay for that. These new planes now require longer runways, more ramp space. So we have to develop our airport. So we're sharing the cost of that with our citizens, but then the people who use it have to share a little bit of that cost as well. So we've had to add a little bit onto the in-transit, the passenger facility charge and our throughput charges, and so that we can cover the cost of that. You know, in this difficult world, people don't lend you money unless you have the ability to pay it back. So we have now, through the Airport Authority, have made sure that the Airport Authority can stand on its own, so that they can borrow money on its own and do the things that are necessary. And you know, our airline partners were a little worried at first, but in the end, what you're going to have by hopefully the end of 2013, it's a brand new terminal for people coming in, and we will have completed all the airside works with new ramps so that planes can come and park nose in, and you can get a finger to come out. You don't have to go out into the sun or in the rain if you're coming in. And that's part of us moving forward, you know, and we're still significantly lower than most of our Caribbean partners, but it's something that we had to do.